Welcome everyone. Today I'm just going to walk you through a short sequence of yoga postures. These are the basic postures that I do daily, whether I have time for a full practice or not. So it's what I do to maintain my body and keep myself feeling good, open, and out of pain. It can be done for long-term practitioners or beginners alike, and I'll walk you through the various options for different levels and abilities. Okay, so we're gonna start out in Vajrasana, so a kneeling posture. For people who have stiff knees, you're probably gonna wanna sit on a pillow or a block. So you're probably gonna need a strap. You can also use just a robe belt at home. And so for beginners, you might want to sit on the block kind of the long way and bring the feet straight back, so toes pointed straight back. The next level, you can bring it down a little bit flatter. And you know, if you have the flexibility, you can sit all the way with your bottom on the ground. So Vajrasana, you have your knees together, toes pointed straight back. I pull the fleshy part of my calves away and then sit down. All right, so from there, our legs are like the foundation of our posture. So there's a grounding, a solidity to this. These are what the entire posture moves from. So sinking down, and feel as though the outer corners of your thighs can kind of press down into the ankle area. The legs are active here. And then from that firm foundation, the spine grows up out of the pelvis. See if you can just kind of tune in and lengthen up through the spine, right up through the crown of the head. And then check out what your lower back and belly is doing. If you are caving backward, then you probably need to sit higher. You need to maybe get up on a higher pillow or blocks. If you're puffing out, let's pull those lower ribs in towards each other and then lengthen, okay? So lengthening up through the spine. Let's just take a moment here to tune in, close the eyes, take a nice breath. And just finding ourselves present here in the body and letting everything else go. Take a nice breath in through the nostrils and exhale through the mouth. All right, then dropping the arms down alongside the body. We're going to inhale, both arms up, and then gaze up as the palms touch. Reach through the side body. And then exhale, twisting to your right, bring your right hand behind, the left hand goes to the right knee. Lengthen up through the spine with your inhale, and then exhale, twist to gaze over your right shoulder. So breathing, feeling as though your spine is like a long tube, and everything else is spiraling around that like a staircase. One more breath into the belly. And exhale back to the front. And let's inhale the arms up again. Gaze up as the palms touch. Reach through the side body. And then exhale, twisting to the left. Right hand to left knee, twisting to gaze over the left shoulder. And breathe. So with each exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit deeper. sinking into your twist. One more breath. And then exhaling back to front. Okay, just placing the hands on the fronts of the thighs. Take a breath, and with your exhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone under and tuck the shoulders. Go ahead and round the upper back. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears even. Hold on to the tops of the knees and stretch the shoulder blades away from the spine. So we're just rounding the back. Draw the belly in and tuck the tailbone and breathe. And then in reverse, go ahead and slide your hands up onto the thighs. Open the chest, lift the chin, draw the shoulders back, elbows into the body, and then draw the bottom tips of your scapula down the back. And then let's just do a little bit of back and forth here, exhaling as you tuck and curl. Inhaling into a mini back bend. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. And tuck. Open. And exhaling back to center. And you're probably noticing this in your knees at this point. If you want to, you can raise to a higher block, or you can put a little bit of something like maybe a rolled towel underneath your ankles. That will help them. And we're going to grab our straps and make them a bit wider than your shoulders. And we're going to inhale the strap up, right up above the head. Lengthen out through the spine. Breathe, open. And then exhale, bend at the elbows, bringing that back behind you. So opening, you'll feel this in the fronts of the pecs. Inhale up. Exhale down. So you can navigate how wide you need that to get the stretch for you. This time we're going to go all the way back. So inhale with straight arms, exhale all the way back behind you. So you might need to widen your strap. Exhale down towards the floor, and then inhaling back up. Exhaling down, lengthen out through the elbows, inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. And exhale forward. All right, let's release the strap. Come out of our Vajrasana. And then we're going to turn the lengthwise onto the mat. Coming into hands and knees, tuck the toes under. And we're just going to rock back and forth a little bit. So just opening those knees back up after they were bent so long. And maybe you can do some little circles to the left and to the right. And then spread the hands wide, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, and then push away from the hands back towards the buttocks. So heels are lifted to start. It's fine if you want to bend the knees a bit here, but what we're going through for is a straight spine. So you can have bent knees, or if you have the flexibility, you can lengthen out through the legs. And then eventually, with time, you can draw the heels down towards the floor. It's fine if they don't reach. So the legs are so strong here, and you're drawing the fronts of the thighs back into the bone, that the legs are literally drawing your upper body back towards the hip crease. And breathe. One more breath. And lower the knees back down. So at hands and knees, we're going to walk the hands forward and lower down onto the floor. Draw your hands back down either below the shoulders or all the way down alongside the breasts. Bring the forehead down and start firming up the legs. So legs are active. And lengthen out the lower back. So slightly tucking your tailbone, meaning pressing your pubic bone just gently into the floor. Draw the elbows down and into the body so they're not splayed out to the side. And then inhale, lifting through the head, the chest. So baby cobra, breathing here. So you're really holding this with the strength of the muscles along the spine. You're not really supporting with the hands so much. And then lower back down. And again, inhaling up, hold and breathe. And down. And then going into full cobra, inhaling up through your baby cobra, now putting some pressure into the hands and lifting up as high as is comfortable for you. So some people are going to be quite a bit further down than me. I have a lot of flexibility in the back. So here your shoulder blades are moving down the back. You're not hanging from the shoulders. So the shoulders are drawing down from the ears, elbows are in, and your legs are active. So you're protecting the lower back. You're not just bending heavily there. And then get a nice lift through the chin. And exhale, roll it down. Again, coming up full cobra. Let your head uncurl last. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Last time, inhale up. Exhale down. And now keeping your knees grounded, you're going to push away from the hands like a push-up and exhale back to extended child's pose. So reach the hands forward, spread the fingers wide, plant the hands, and then draw back towards the sitting bones, bringing the chest down, forehead down. And let's walk the hands over towards the right side, plant the hands, and then draw back towards the left sitting bone. Lifting out, walking over to the left side, plant the hands and draw back towards the right sitting bone. Breathe. And then lifting out back through center. And then coming back up onto your hands and knees, tuck the toes under, spread the fingers wide, plant your hands, and lift up into downward facing dog. Again, it's fine if you want to keep the heels lifted or the knees bent or straighten. Just find what works for your body. And lengthening back as you draw the heels down and breathe. Nice, full, long, even breaths. And then walking your feet forward towards the front of the mat, just coming into your forward bend. If you want to just hang forward, you can place your hands on the fronts of the shins, down to the feet, the floor, or grab the opposite elbow. If this is challenging for you, then grab your blocks and you're just going to hold from here. Or if you have a chair, you can hold all the way up top. So what we're going for is more of a straight spine as much as possible here. So bringing the belly down towards your thighs. And then let's kind of find the midpoint of the foot by exploration. So you're going to sink your weight over into the left foot. Hold and breathe. And then shifting your weight over to the right side. Hold and breathe there. Back to center. Shift your weight back towards the heels. And then forward towards the ball of the foot. And then find that happy medium between those four and elongate the spine down. Couple more full breaths. Now release your blocks or wherever your hands were. Bend the knees deeply and let's roll up the spine to standing. Letting the head uncurl last. Alrighty. So let's step the right foot back for a high lunge. And then you're going to pivot so you're balancing on the ball of that back foot and a slight bend to that left knee. Inhale, the arms up. And then exhale, we're going to bend that right knee down towards the floor as we bend the left knee. And we're tucking the tailbone in. So we're getting that stretch along the front of the right thigh. You'll feel that in the psoas area. Dropping it down and then lengthen and straighten. Dropping it down. Lengthen and straighten. And when you straighten, let's draw the torso back a little bit as you're drawing out through that right heel. So you really feel that nice stretch in the front of the groin. And then dropping down. And straighten. Open the chest. Drop it down. Straighten and open the chest. And we're going to drop it down. And last time, straighten. And then exhale, swinging the arms down. We're going to bring them down to the floor. Now, some of you might need your blocks here. You can do it as high as you need to. So we're basically in a lunge position, breathing here. And with your next exhale, let's release that knee down. And we're going to come up onto the left knee. Now, if that doesn't feel right for your body, you can stay here with your blocks, and some of you might be quite a bit further back. That's fine. So breathing here. And for level 2 and 3, you can open the arms into a crescent. Exhale down, bringing your hands down onto your blocks or to the floor. You're going to shift your weight back into the right knee and then lift the toes of that left foot. So runner's lunge, We want to even out our hips here. There might be a tendency to torque one direction or the other. So see if you can find some balance in the hips as you lengthen out through that left heel. And we're having our right knee underneath our right hip as well. So just find your alignment and all of that. And then bending from that left hip crease, we lengthen the spine forward so it's not so much a curling rounding over the leg. We're going for some straightness, and that's why you might need your blocks to hold here. Let's keep the head in alignment with the spine. As we breathe, this is a nice deep hamstring stretch, so take your time with it. And just bring the mind to focusing on the breath. And see if you can just find a lightheartedness in your posture. Just suggest that to your body. There's no reason to push or pull or force. Just find that edge where basically the stretch reflex stops you. Your body's innate intelligence tells you, don't go further. You're in danger of tearing, right? So you find that spot and you hold and breathe there. Just let the breath do the work. And next inhale, coming out of that posture, shift your weight forward into the left foot. And you're welcome to use your blocks here as you step into this left foot and step forward into your standing forward bend. Just noticing the difference in your legs, and especially in the front of the hips and your ability to bend forward on either side. So it's always good to study the effects of your posture and see what this yoga practice is doing for you. And bend the knees deeply, and let's roll up the spine to standing. Okay, so we'll switch to the other side. So this time we're going to step our left foot back for that lunge. So shift onto the ball of that left foot. It's kind of a balancing, and let's level out the hips here. So drawing down through your right hip crease, lengthen out through that left heel, and then inhale the arms up. Again, there's a slight tucking to the tailbone here. So we're drawing our lower abdomen in as we lengthen out through that back heel, and you'll already start to feel that stretch in the front of the left groin. So arms are up, take a breath, and exhale, drop that left knee down. And inhale, straighten, open the chest. Exhaling down. Straighten, open, and down. Straighten and open. Last time down. Straighten, open. And then exhale, bringing the hands down to your blocks or to the floor, holding in lunge. Breathing here, drawing back through that left heel. Let's open the chest and draw the shoulders down from the ears. So the heart is opening towards the front. Take a breath, and then exhale, lower the back knee. See if you can open the front of your chest rather than curl. And for level 2s or 3s, you can bring your hands onto the knee. Activate the leg here, that left thigh, and tucking the tailbone. That's going to support your posture. And then inhale the arms to crescent if you like. Exhale, coming down. Hands onto your blocks or to the floor. And then we're going to shift back to that runner's lunge. Or half Hanuman Asana. So this is like half splits. So finding your alignment here with your left knee underneath your left hip, even out the hips, and get that right foot straight out from your right hip joint. Take a breath, and then bending from that right hip crease, lengthen out through the spine. See if you can find some lightness in the heart area and the shoulders so we're not clenching anywhere. And then just find your edge. Find that place where the stretch reflex kicks in. And just hold and breathe there. And let the breath do the work. One more breath. And then inhaling out of the posture, bring your the sole of the foot to the floor and shift back forward. And again, feel free to keep the hands on the block. You're gonna bring all your weight into that right foot as you kick off the back foot and step into forward bend. So flat back as you lengthen, and then exhale, bending deeply. And then bend at both knees, curling up to standing. As you reach the top, let's inhale the arms up, gaze up as the palms touch. And exhale, diving back forward. Then we're going to bend at the knees and come down all the way onto our backs to finish with a spinal twist. So bending both knees, lift your pelvis, tuck the tailbone, and then roll the spine down flat onto the floor. And you're going to lengthen that left leg down, and let's draw that right knee up into the chest. And we'll do some circles inward with that right ankle, and then out. And that left leg is not just unconscious, so you're active with that left leg. The thigh is drawing down into the floor. And then placing the knee into your right hand, let's just swing that knee out open. So we're just playing with that hip joint, and then back in and open and in. And then putting the sole of the right foot onto the floor, you're going to step into that right foot and lift the pelvis just enough to shift to the outer left buttock. Then place your pelvis back onto the floor. Lift that right knee and bring the knee across your body towards the left. So you can use your left hand to support the outer right knee. And then you're going to open your right arm straight out from the heart with palm facing the sky. And just sink into your twist. You really want to ground this right shoulder and let the whole twist move from there across your right body. So your right hip is drawing away from your right shoulder. And then your right knee is drawing away from your right hip. And just sink into your breath. One more inhale. And exhale, release back to center. And let's even out the hips. And then we'll extend that right leg down, active right leg, and drawing the left knee in. So inner rotations with the left ankle, outer, and then the left knee into the left hand. Let's just swing that knee open and back in, open and in. Last time, open, back in, and then place the sole of the left foot on the floor. Lift your pelvis just enough to shift to the outer right buttock and then lay it back down. And then drawing your left knee up and across the body for spinal twist. So you can support that with your right hand. Just giving a little weight to the knee helps it support the posture. And then open that left arm straight out from the heart and turn the gaze towards your left arm. And breathe. So as that twist opens, just bring it a little bit deeper by grounding through the left shoulder and drawing the left knee towards the floor on the opposite side. One last deep breath into the belly, squeezing out the organs. And exhale, releasing back to center. Bend both knees, lift the pelvis, even out the hips, lay it back down. And then let's draw both knees up into the body. Just do a little bit of rocking back and forth, massaging the lower back. And then bringing the left sole of the foot down with the right ankle. You're going to bring that ankle on top of the left knee and open the right knee out to the right. So for some people, this will be enough. Just holding here, working with opening the hips. Next level, you're going to lift the left foot from the floor, which is going to force this right ankle closer towards your chest. And then you can lace your right hand through that triangle and clasp your hands behind your left thigh. If your hips are really open, you can go ahead and grab the front of the left shin. Or if you're even more tense, then you might want to just lengthen the leg and hold behind the thigh. So find the level that works for you. Breathe into the hips. And see if you can just bring a softness to your posture here. As it starts to open, work with lengthening the spine on the floor. So see if you can get your shoulders a little more grounded and maybe lengthen your tailbone down onto the floor. See if maybe you can get a little bit of that lumbar curvature. So see if you can lift your lower back off the floor a little bit. See how that changes the posture. With your last breath, take a nice full inhale, and then exhale, lift your head and bring nose to knee, and release. Okay, bringing that right sole of the foot down, and we'll lift our left ankle and placing it on top of your right knee. Again, you're welcome to just hold here, or you can lace the left arm through the triangle, clasp around the back of the right thigh, either with the right leg lifted or bent, or go ahead and clasp the front of the right shin. Hold and breathe. As it opens, begin to lay your spine down. Open the chest, ground the shoulders, and lengthen the tailbone. Couple more breaths. Last inhale, make it a nice deep full breath. And then exhale, curling into a ball, drawing the knee towards the nose. And exhale, release. And let's just extend both legs out of the hip sockets. Open the arms. And just lay the body down for a moment to integrate your practice. So just let everything go, soften through the jaw. Soften the eyes. And then take a nice deep breath into the belly. Push the belly out with your breath. And as you exhale, just let everything go. Feel your body sinking down and spreading out. And then finally, just let go with the mind. Just fall into stillness for just a moment of complete rest and silence. And now taking a slightly deeper inhale. Just make some subtle movement. Little wiggle to your fingers and toes. in your own time. Let's just bend to the right side. Roll over onto the right and use your hands for support to come up. So I hope you enjoyed that mini practice. If so, please hit the like button and stay tuned for more. Have a great day.